A career in the corporate world, having worked for large American, German, and Dutch companies. But what is really my passion is innovation. So I moved from the world of corporates to really become more a tech person, supporting the corporates in their growth and their hyper growth business models. So I am fascinated by the softwares industry, by all these new industry that are enabling actually hyper growth in a lot of companies. So this being contrasted with my deep sense for consumer insights and my passion to really make sure we are authentic. So I am today I am at the intersection between technology and human. And I do spend a lot of time making sure we humanize corporate, but we also make sure that we take all the benefits from this wonderful tech that is happening to be future-proof. A relation as a function in a company is really to manage the perception of and the image that this company have vis-a-vis its customers, its stakeholders in general. And we are in a world where I do think public relation is totally being reinvented, because up to now it was one to many. So you would, send a message as a public relation department to the world, but now we can be absolutely personalizing all these messages. So I think public relation is really evolving from a key function to become the function that stands for culture, behavior change, relation to stakeholders, and is the one empowering way more that trust you build between a company and the people that touches that company one way or another. Is there to do a couple of things. First, it helps people connect to each other. Therefore, all the old ways of thinking of how I'm going to change my image and perception can be done in a superbly convincing way through connecting people to people. So technology now enables this dream we had as marketeers for the past 20 years, which is say, how can I talk to my consumers? So you buckled them and you made some segments, but now the great news is you can definitely talk to them one by one. And this personalization that technology allows helps you basically make what I would call affinity marketing the future of marketing. So public relation is at the start of that. It is the one that is telling people one-to-one what's the benefit of this culture. If you want to work for a company, you're going to look at those software where PR is going to be mentioned, and you're going to hear about PR to the company and what they're doing. So I can name you a lot of examples, but the technology now is empowering this public relation department, which up to now was more part as a sender of messages. Tech companies needs to leverage existing platform that exists to make their brand perception and their services known. So I think there is a lot of content management platform that exists on the market that they have to use. And there is also social media platform, for instance, like LinkedIn, where they, Twitter, where they have, what happened is that leveraging their presence in the social media platform is a way for tech companies which are starting, which don't have the means to really make themselves known with official marketing plan. They can really leverage and increase awareness. So they can also be super targeted, so they don't need to invade the communication space with a lot of messages to people that don't need to receive the message. So thanks to the new technology we have now, we can target, retarget, get mentions, get the right cookie on the right things to really get this affinity to what people, to the people that would be interested in your services. So this is a very fundamental thing about how to, in tech startup right now. Thanks to all of this, we can actually do a marketing at a way lower cost to talk about your service. So it's a fundamental shift that there is, because now the barrier to entry is being lowered thanks to a lot of technology helping those tech companies, grow. Social media is empowering public relation. It is giving public relation wings, and that is amazing. And I think we are only at the start of this huge revolution, that public relation will be the department and the function helping trust, behavior, culture, which at the end is what a company stands for, So I'm very positive about what's happening in the tech world and what social media is doing for PR. However, it requires a lot of ethics, a lot of high standards on behaviors, and to make sure that we leverage authenticity at its maximum so that we remain true and trustable. Otherwise, you may have big risk of having a lot of crisis managed because respecting some code of conduct. So I would say it's a lot of opportunity, but watch out on to whom you give this opportunity and how you are basically, taking the right metrics to measure that you are definitely making sure the behaviors that you have are the right ones. I do think that your platform is so innovative. You're ahead of the curve. You've understood this peer-to-peer. You reach out to people one-to-one. And I think this idea of being so innovative in that space by bringing some social media ideas into establishing a relationship is only at the start of this revolution. I am a big fan, actually, of making sure that within the relationship, we build gamification, playfulness, video. And I think you are the heart of that in establishing a trustworthy relationship. So I have a lot of faith that, we are going to see a lot of things coming from your platform. And I think, the interviewing leaders is one of the things that, you're doing. And I'm very excited about the growth of your platform, honestly.